Hey guys, I just wanted to take a moment to go over the new AP exam. It is really cut down to one question. You will have one document-based question, a DBQ, and it will have only 5 sources for you to use this time, and that means the rubric has changed. So let's take a moment and we're going to look at the new rubric. I have attached this for you as well. If you look through the AP History rubric, notice that a little bit of this is exactly the same. Right off the bat, notice that it is worth 10 points instead of 7. So even though it's shorter, they've added in more points. So of course you need to have a clear thesis, and this looks exactly like it did before. If you read the description of what it requires, 1 point. Same for contextualization, setting up everything that is going on in the background. This means extending your argument. Where it gets different is evidence. Notice that this section is now worth 5 points, and you're going to use fewer documents than before because you know there's fewer overall anyway. You only have 5 to choose from, and here it has marked. So you earn 1 point for using 2 documents to address the topic of the prompt, and 1 more point, and here's where it goes, the who can support an argument. This is different for only the 2020 exam. Supports an argument in response to the prompt using 2 documents, so still using 2. And then here you can earn a 3rd point, supports an argument in response to the prompt using at least 4 documents. So you're given 5 total. You can earn 2 points here depending on how complex you do using just 2 documents, but if you want that 3rd point, you have to use 4 documents, you have to address it to the prompt, and you have to support an argument to get all 3 points. So to be sure to read this more in depth. Here we have evidence beyond the documents. This is also different for this year. Notice that you do get 1 point to use at least 1 additional piece of evidence that is not included in the documents. And then for this additional point, describes a second piece of specific historical evidence beyond that found in the documents relevant to an argument about the prompt. So if you could add 2 different pieces of evidence that are not within the documents provided, you could earn up to 2 points there. And then we end with this 3-point possibility. This first point, for 1 document, explain how or why the document's point of view, purpose, historical situation, and or audience is relevant to the argument. And you only have to do that for 1 document. For 2 points, for a second document, do the same thing. Do the document's point of view, purpose, historical situation, and or audience. Remember, to make sure you get these points, use those key terms in your paper. The audience addressed in document 1 is, and this is why it's important. Or the point of view of Winston Hughes is, right? Use those key terms. And then finally, 1 point, yes, 4. This is the point that is a man, that was a darn good essay point. You captured nuances of the issue, or you explain both similarities and differences, or explain both continuity and change throughout. You just show that you understand this topic in depth and can really capture the nuances like it says. So that is the rubric. Like I said, I have that attached for you, and I would love to talk about this more if you have questions. This exam is open note, open book, so it's not penalized if you do look up other sources, but it is timed. So here's kind of the balance of it. It's giving you the opportunity to earn extra points because you have the ability to look up extra documents or extra sources, but make sure you do not plagiarize. Make sure it's from your own wording, and just look out for that. We will go over more to prepare you for the exam, but for this week we're focusing on practicing this document-based assessment with the example I'm providing you. So let me know if you guys have questions, and we'll talk to you later.